What's going on, guys? HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video we are diving into Pokemon Go Battle League Season 3. As always, it starts with Great League, and honestly, I'm really liking my team so far. I'm using Defense Form Deoxys as my lead, I'm using Azumarill as my safe swap, and Galarian Stunfisk as my closer. And the movesets should be listed on the screen for you. I really like this team because it has a good amount of coverage against different types, but also all of these Pokemon can get to their charge moves fairly quickly, and that's something I've noticed at least in the first 2 days of the season that can provide a definite advantage. If you get to your charge moves faster than your opponent, oftentimes you can pressure shields early and that can help win matchups. And what you're about to see is a 5-0 run that I had earlier this afternoon that I feel really showcases this team's potential. Honestly, I'm loving this team so far, so if you're struggling in Great League, definitely give this team a try and let me know how it works for you in the comments down below. And we're hopping into the first game here. We have Defense Deoxys into a Hypno lead. This is a pretty neutral matchup, although it does favor the Hypno. I am going straight Rock Slide since Hypno is Psychic type. And at this point in this matchup, it really depends on me calling the bait. I decide to not shield and hope it's a bait. It is a Shadow Ball, does huge damage, which is unfortunate. I'm going to be able to get to another Rock Slide to get it low. And so even though I didn't shield the Shadow Ball, I will still be able to get it into the red, so all's not terrible there. I decided to let this go because I believe that I should be able to farm down the Hypno. Alright, Azumarill comes in, and we are just able to bubble down, which is great. We have a lot of energy on this Azumarill. And Ferrothorn comes in. Ferrothorn is not what we wanted to see. We're going to be hitting it with Ice Beams. That should be doing some nice neutral damage. First Ice Beam comes through. We are able to get to a second one, which is good. And this will either do a lot of damage or pressure the shield. Gets the shield. I quick swap into Galarian Stunfisk. They switch into their own Galarian Stunfisk. Good news is I'm up on shield, so I decide to go straight for the Earthquake, and it lands. They thought I was baiting, which is awesome. At this point, this is going to be their Earthquake. I'm going to be shielding this up, and then I should hopefully be able to farm down with Mud Shots. And he does get to a charge move. I'm pretty sure that that's only a Rock Slide. It is only a Rock Slide, which is good, so we are able to farm down. He does come back in with the Ferrothorn. Turns out I do lose CMP to Ferrothorn. I do let that go since I can survive a Power Whip. And I'm going to be coming in with the Earthquake here. Earthquake coming through, and he just decides to let it go. So good game to my opponent there. Hopping into game number 2 against Fladnik 9-4. Defense Deoxys into Abomasnow. This is actually a really good matchup for me. Those counters are doing super effective damage. So I'm surprised, honestly, that they're staying in. But hey, I'll take it. Charge move coming through. I'm not sure what it has, so I shield. It's only a Weather Ball, so that wouldn't have done a lot of damage. And we do CMP tie there, so basically Abomasnow has a higher attack stat. So when we both tap on a charge move at the same time, it gets to go first. Go for my Psycho Boost, they shield it up. Go for the second Psycho Boost. I like to stack those since it does lower my attack. And that gets the Abomasnow really low. We are going through here. And at this point, I'm going to let this go. It should only be a Weather Ball, and we can survive that, which is perfect. And I don't even need to hit the bubbles. It's so low that the Psycho Boost is going to kill. So we do take switch advantage, which is great. Azumarill is able to finish us up. We're coming in with our own Azumarill. I do run Ice Beam Hydro Pump. So unfortunately, I don't have Play Rough. And it looks like my opponent is running Ice Beam Hydro Pump as well, so that does make it a pretty even matchup. Hydro Pump is going to be more energy efficient, even though it's not very effective, so that's why you see us both going for Hydro Pump. And now it's just a war of attrition at this point. He is able to get to his Hydro Pump one bubble before I am, so his Hydro Pump comes through, and at this point I realize the next Hydro Pump is probably going to take me out. So after I connect with this Hydro Pump, I'm actually going to go Ice Beam, just so I can get off some extra damage before he hits me with the Hydro Pump. Ice Beam does come through, and this should do some good damage. It actually does catch the last shield, which is huge. So I have a shield advantage at this point, which is awesome. I decide to let this go. I'm okay with my Azumarill dying because I can go into the last matchup with a shield. Coming in, we have the Galarian Stunfisk. And attack coming through. I can't afford this to be a Hydro Pump, so I shield. It's only an Ice Beam bait, unfortunately. And an Alolan Marowak comes in. This is doing super effective damage. But the good news is we have a lot of energy, so we are able to land back-to-back rock slides. This is going to be taking out the Alolan Marowak. And after that, the Azumarill comes in, doesn't have much health left, and we are able to get to a final rock slide to take it out. So this is going to be a good game to my opponent. A 2-0 start, so things are looking great for us. We're hopping into game 3 against Alemia 33. We're leading Defense Deoxys, and actually this is going to be the mirror match. So in this situation, I'm just going straight rock slide since Psycho Boost would be resisted. So we do have a rock slide coming through, and I'm imagining that's what he's going to go for as well, just straight rock slide. We do have the charge move coming through. We charge up a little extra, so this may be a Thunderbolt. Yeah, it actually is Thunderbolt, so that's going to be doing neutral damage as well. Got my rock slide coming through here, and this should be getting it pretty low at this point. Yeah, that does get into the red, which is nice. And charge move coming through, hoping this is going to be a rock slide. It is a rock slide, okay, and we're just able to get to the Psycho Boost here right at the end, which is good. Was able to farm up a little extra energy. Psycho Boost is going to be taking out the Deoxys, and the great thing is because we were able to farm up a little extra energy, I was actually able to get to an additional Psycho Boost to take out probably about 10% of the Azumarill's health, which is great. We're coming in with our own Azumarill, and we're hoping that this doesn't have Play Rough. It got to it really fast, though. That was probably Play Rough, to be honest. It was Play Rough. That is not what we want to see. So we are going to be at a disadvantage in this matchup. We're going for the Hydro Pump, which is resistant, whereas the Play Rough is just neutral. And another charge move coming through. That's going to be another Play Rough. That won't take us out, but it'll get us pretty low. At this point, I'm realizing I think I can get to one more Hydro Pump. So I am able to get to the Hydro Pump. I need him to not shield this, and he doesn't shield, which is huge. At this point, I'm going to let this go, and then I'm going to try and Mud Shot down with my Galarian Stunfisk. Okay? Switches out Registeel in the back. This is what Galarian Stunfisk was made for. All shields up, we're going straight Earthquake. We're not baiting, and it connects. Something I've noticed about Great League so far, a lot of people expect you to bait. So if you just go for the KO move, oftentimes you'll connect, and that was an example of it right there. At this point, honestly, I can just double shield and then just farm down the Registeel. Azumarill comes back in. We do have a bit of lag there, unfortunately. As you can see, I'm trying to battle, and our opponent does concede the match, so good game. Alright, and we're hopping into game 4 against Journey 3133. We lead Defense Deoxys into Galarian Stunfisk. This is a good matchup for us. Our counters are going to be doing super effective damage on the Stunfisk. He switches out into a Lapras. At that point, honestly, I'm very confused. Lapras has a very bad matchup against Defense Deoxys. The only way this makes sense is if all 3 of his Pokemon are weak to Defense Deoxys, in which case, I'm not sure he planned his team very well, unfortunately. Attack coming through, I do decide to shield this up because I'm guessing at this point all 3 of his Pokemon are weak to Defense Deoxys, so I definitely want to keep it alive. Alright, we have the Stunfisk coming back in, charge move coming through. I decided to let it go since I'm pretty sure it's just a rock slide. It is a rock slide which we can survive, and we're going to be going for the double Psycho Boost. First one is coming through. We're hoping it connects. We do get a shield. Okay, so he is out of shield. Second one's coming through. My attack has fallen, so this isn't going to be doing a lot. And he does farm us down. And Azumarill is coming in. Charge move coming through from the Stunfisk. I love Azumarill. It can tank even an Earthquake. It is great. And Toxicroak comes through. And Toxicroak is pretty squishy, so we will be able to land this Ice Beam. Charge move coming through from the Toxicroak. I decided to let it go. Even if it's a Sludge Bomb, I'm okay because I have Stunfisk in the back. It is a Sludge Bomb that takes us out. Stunfisk comes in, and we're just going for the farm down. And this will be a Mud Bomb. It's super effective, but won't kill us, so we can survive it. And then we are able to Mud Shot down, and then we have the Earthquake ready for the Stunfisk in the back. I held onto that last shield just in case they had any leftover energy, just so I didn't lose a CMP tie. And game 5 is going to be against Pedro Nicolau 03. We're 4-0 in the set, so things are looking great. Honestly, either way the game goes, I'll be really happy. We lead into a Ferrothorn, which is a great lead for us. We do win all even shield matchups, and our counter is doing quite a bit of damage, so I'm over farming some energy, and we are going for the Rock Slide. And this is just going to be doing some chip damage. Doesn't do a whole lot to Ferrothorn, and he switches out into Stunfisk, so I'm going to immediately counter into Azumarill. Azumarill is honestly a pretty good Galarian Stunfisk counter since it is taking super effective damage from Azumarill's water moves. And wow, Galarian Stunfisk gets off its charge moves quickly. My goodness. Okay. We are going for the Ice Beam bait here. We do get the shield, which is awesome. And attack coming through. And that one we actually let go because we know that we can survive it. And we're going for the Ice Beam, and that does get that Stunfisk really low. And so even though we lose Switch, we do have a shield advantage, which will prove very helpful. And in the back we have, is that a Victini? Oh my goodness. Not to spoil anything, we actually have a video featuring Victini, my girlfriend's team, coming out here within the next day or two. So definitely keep an eye out for that. It's definitely a spicy pick for sure. So I'm imagining this is going to be a V-Create, which we can survive. They switch back out into the Ferrothorn. They throw the attack, I shield up the power up since that would kill us. Then I switch into my Galarian Stunfisk. And Galarian Stunfisk can survive this Power Whip. That's not a problem at all. And I am going to be going for the Rock Slide, and this should be taking out the Ferrothorn after I farmed up some extra energy. And it looks like we have some lag. It wouldn't be Season 3 of Go Battle League without some lag for sure. And we are able to take out the Ferrothorn. Victini comes back in, and we are able to hit the Rock Slide. That is going to be taking out the Victini and guaranteeing us the 5-0 set. Yeah, so this team I've been running the Defense Deoxys, Azumarill Safe Swap, and the Galarian Stunfisk as the closer. I've been really enjoying it. I've had quite a bit of success. It's definitely one I recommend. I picked those Pokemon specifically because they do get to their charge moves fairly quickly, and that's something that I've noticed can be an advantage in Great League. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.